You want to get a few laughs? Actually think about atheism. Think about it for a bit here. It's actually pretty funny, especially the mindset of these people. For the first thing, they believe Jesus is a myth, or he's just not real at all, or whatever, right? Yet they argue against this person that they believe to be fake, kind of like taking Santa Claus and just arguing with people who believe he is real. And well, yeah, it just seems a little silly. But what's even worse is that they take this Jesus they believe to be a myth, such as like Santa Claus, and they'll make videos taunting him, making fun of him, really discussing things sometimes, you know, twisting everything, whether it be like some kind of weird homosexual thing, whether it be just saying he's an alien, saying all these weird things you can find here on YouTube, mocking Jesus Christ one way or another, which is really weird, especially since if you read the life of Jesus Christ, and you're an atheist that believes, hey, he was a real guy, he was a real nice guy. He didn't do anything to anybody. He didn't deserve anything wrong to him anyway. Yet he's treated like this. But also the people that believe he's a myth, why waste your time making videos about this and arguing about it if he's not real? And if there's people that believe in him and they don't really follow his teachings, that's what you should be really upset about. Because if they actually followed his life, he didn't do anything deserving of death or of any of your mockery, even if he was just a man. So I understand if you're upset with the people who do not act like him and they claim to be following him, but to take this, what you believe to be a myth, and just spend your whole time mocking it, seems really silly. Real silly. And there's atheists that believe Christians have some kind of mental disorder. Basically, 98% of the world has some kind of mental disorder for believing in God. And they need either some kind of medication or what have you. But they're the only sane people in the world, which is kind of weird. But anyway, if you got that mentality, that's basically like saying Christians, mainly these are the ones who are getting attacked, have some kind of delusion, which then turns into them saying like mental retardation, which basically these people have a mindset where they'll come up to somebody they believe to have some kind of mental disorder and make fun of them for a mental disorder, which these atheists will do, and then mock them and taunt them when they think that they need some kind of medication or something. And it's basically like making fun of a retard, for, you know, lack of a better term. But I mean, that's the mindset they have. They believe you're delusional, but they're going to sit there and antagonize you for being delusional. That's kind of sick and twisted, and then shows the moral standards of atheists. But it's kind of funny when you think about it, that they'll sit there and poke fun of people they believe to be mentally challenged, or straight up, you know, just stupid. So it just shows their ego and, you know, their moral standards. They'll just sit there and make fun of the people, not try to, you know, talk to them and be nice, which I know there's some of you that do, but a lot of them just, you know, would rather call you names and piss all over you. And they call that alright, that there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, they go around and think that coming from a rock billions of years ago is sane and logical and makes perfect sense. And then they'll call everybody else delusional for believing in God. Okay, there's tons of evidence we came from a rock that, you know, it just rained on it for billions of years, and then life came, and then it turned into us. I mean, that's so logical, so much evidence, so much proof. Obviously, you know, the rest of us are delusional. Not to mention that atheism shouldn't exist unless it's just by faith, because you cannot prove there isn't a God. So in that case, you cannot be an atheist, because, oh, unless you got faith. You just got a faith there isn't a God. Now, an atheist usually says here, I don't have to prove there isn't flying spaghetti monster or unicorns under my house. Well, is there a reason to believe there's a flying spaghetti monster or unicorns under your house? Is there any evidence to that? And you're probably saying, there's no evidence of God. Well, hold on a second here. With the spaghetti monster, there's no evidence of spaghetti being alive or being able to fly And then I guess you got to look up the definition of monster to really throw that in there. But I mean, that's just obviously silly, mocking and dodging the question and the whole topic in general. But anyway, design, organization, life cannot come from non-life, intelligence, emotion, just to name a few, is plenty of evidence for God. Just the fact that we're conscious and have free will is another evidence for God. So there's reason to believe in a God. There's no doubt about that. Now, to say there isn't is faith. And if you can't prove there isn't a God, then you just got faith, and that's that. You got a religion. It's not a non-religion, it's a religion because you got a belief, and your belief is there isn't a God. And that's basically what the whole thing about atheism is to try to destroy God. And I see most of the atheists here that what makes it funny is that they don't believe in God or Christ or Christianity in general, and they sit there and they'll attack Jesus, Christianity, God, but they believe it's fictional. It makes so much sense. If I was an atheist, because when I was an atheist I didn't even bother with religious people or talking about the religion because I thought it was stupid. So I just lived my life, the way I seem fit. And if we, talked about it, then, I said my piece. But if you want to believe in God, that was your deal. But a lot of atheists you talk to here on YouTube is this talk as if you don't believe what they believe, you are stupid and delusional, and they basically hate your guts just because you disagree with them. And they'll start cursing you out. They'll go through your videos and one-star them, leave the same comment on each video, and all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, wasting their time with little old me when they believe there isn't a God and that they're going to die and become nothing. It's really, really a stupid religious belief, just to say it bluntly. It's like, I don't believe in God and I don't believe in Jesus, and that's the whole focus of my life, is to piss all over him and anybody who believes on him, and then I'm going to die and become nothing. Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up?